Reanimator. This particular list is coming to us from, I believe the name is pronounced Marco Vasallo, also known as It's True Hero on Magic Online, who is currently qualified for the Magic Online Championships. And they played this lovely 4-color Reanimator deck at the Pro Tour. I think their final record in Modern was 7-3, if I recall correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. But very similar to the deck that we were working on, which it was like Goryo's Vengeance, Atraxa, Ephemerate, alongside Grief, Tainted Indulgence. This one's playing 4 Fables, and I remember we ended up shaving a little bit down on Fables, and they also have Shadow Prophecy as another way to like draw cards, put Atraxa into the graveyard. We're playing Griselbrand over Kroxa and Kunaros, which is interesting. Only 2 Solitudes, and then 4 Bowmasters main, which I think I had my Bowmasters in the sideboard, so that's interesting to try out as well. But yeah, 4 Bindings, 4 Indulgence, 4 Fable as ways to, like, Indulgence, Fable as ways to dump Atraxa in the graveyard, as well as Griselbrand. Sideboard's also pretty interesting. There's Defense Grid for the control matchups, which I don't think we had. Through the Breach as, like, a way to beat the graveyard hate, which I do like. Break the Ice against Tron, Silence, and Hallowed Moonlight, mostly here for Cascade, alongside Flusterstorm. So, a lot to like about this list, and I'm pretty interested to see how it does. Menino. I imagine our Living In matchup is good. Let me just put this card in the graveyard. I mean, this hand's busted, right? Well, I never meant to break. Well, the shitty part about this is all of their cards want to go in the graveyard anyways. This is weird. I guess we take, like, Delicate Awakening Generous Ent? Does that make sense? I'm definitely taking Delicate Awakening with one of them. Yeah, I think I take Awakening Ent. Alright. Well, take their lands? Yeah, if only I could. I mean, this is kind of like taking their lands, right? I took 1 land plus a Cycler. Well, I could take Waker with the next activation. I don't need to take Waker now. Yeah, let this go. I mean, now I could just take Curator. Guess they're gonna force the other Ephemerate. So what, you want to take Force, and then... Oh, I see. Take Force when they go to fetch Ephemerate, take the Curator? Well, no, I want to take the Waker, right? What if I take Curator, and then let them force the Ephemerate, because they have to pitch the Waker anyways. So it's like, them force pitching Waker is the same thing as me taking the Waker with Ephemerate, right? Yeah, I like that. We can also upkeep it, right? Yeah, we can just upkeep it. Or, I guess, draw step it. Yeah, draw step is better. Yeah. We can do it in their turn. So we know their hand is Force, Misty, Waker, and then whatever land they get. What you got? Curator, Force, Waker. Now I might have to take Force, right? Because if I take a Cycler, they can Waker... Well, if they Waker into a Cascade spell, I guess I take Curator, right? And then I can go upkeep Ephemerate, they can go Force pitch Waker, but then they're not cycling the Waker anyways. Yeah. I think this makes sense. Frost Magic says, 500 biddies, thank you very, very much for the 500 bits. Do you think there's a world where if more mill players were at the PT, it would actually have done well? Seem position, actually. It's good against Tron, that is true. I could see it. I could see a world. Surely, chat. Surely they didn't draw a Violent Outburst. Surely they didn't draw a Violent Outburst. Okay. If every player at the PT played Mill, well, no, then it would be like Mill mirror matches and shit. Oh, fuck you. God, I hate Living End. Alright, let's bring in Chalice, bring in Fluster, bring in these. Binding kind of sucks. I'm not even sure that Grief is that good against them. I guess Bowmaster is also bad. I don't know. Bowmaster can, like, kind of sort of pressure them early as long as you can pair it with the Chalice or some other way to stop a Cascade spell. Fetching your lands and getting Archive trapped. Yeah. No, I think Living End could have been potentially good. Like, Living End, I think, is favored against Tron, Rhinos, and Living End. But no, I don't know, though. Mill is pretty bad against Scam. Mill is really bad against Scam, I think. No, you definitely don't want to cut Fable, because Fable's a way to discard Atraxa or Griselbrand. And if you have one of these in the graveyard, they can't cast Living End. So you don't want to cut that stuff. Solitude's kind of the same thing, where you can, like, Solitude a thing and just put this in the graveyard, or discard it to Indulgence, you know what I mean? I think I might just shave 2 Bowmasters. Just do it this way. Yeah, Mill's pretty bad against Scam. Song slaps. I just take cards out at random, and I pretend like I know what I'm doing. That's the best way to play Magic. If you say something confidently in front of Twitch chat, they'll just all believe you. You just have to say it with confidence. Rhinos is the best deck in Modern. No, but really, it actually is. Yeah, you believe me, but only because I said it with confidence. Okay, I am gonna keep this. Dude, this is weird. I want a Grief, pitch a Trax on one, just so I can take their Grief, so they can't keep me off Indulgence. Is that weird? I cannot afford them to take this Indulgence with their Grief. I think I have to do it. Okay, well, this kind of works because they don't have a black card or a Grief, and I could just take this. This is Sempiternal. So I kind of... do I think they brought in Dispute? I think I'm just going to pass. Good main phase it, though, but that's bad if they drew Force. I'm going to pass. I don't think they brought in Dispute against me. This is Sandpit Turtle. This is a really good image. Actual Sandpit Turtle. That's based. Cycled Curator. So we know they have Misty, Waker, Shardless, 3 unknowns. I sure hope they didn't find another copy of Endurance. We're going nowhere. I have an untapped red source, right? Oh, that's a good draw. What's my untapped red source? I think it's Blood Crypt. Yeah, Blood Crypt. I'm just gonna play Blood Crypt here, I think. Because, like, I don't want to Goryo's the Atraxa. I want to keep the Atraxa in the graveyard. So I'm just gonna slam Fable. I think this makes sense. Not gonna Grief them. Maybe Hardcast Grief next turn. This is Sandpit Turtle. Cycle the Curator. So we still know they have Shardless Waker land. Okay, Shardless Waker. I think I'm discarding 2 lands and just hardcasting Grief this turn. Okay, slightly punished. It's fine. I mean, how do I lose if I just hold up Fluster Goryos? Yeah, I'm just gonna chill, actually. I was thinking about hardcasting Grief. I can hardcast Grief next turn and still hold up Fluster. So now they Waker. They have to find an Endurance. But even if they Endurance, it's not that bad, right? Because they, like... I guess they Endurance first. And then if they Endurance, I Goryos in response. But then I still have Fluster up. Okay. Still know about Shardless Waker. Yeah, if they Endurance me, I could just Goryos. Which means I don't get to keep the Atraxa, but I still would have Flusterstorm up. Okay. Does Atraxa beat their graveyard? Probably not, right? Yeah, probably not. I don't think it does. We'll just end step Goryos. I could even untap in Goryos, right? Yeah, I can even play around everything. I can just Grief them first. Just play as safe as humanly possible. Do it end step. Well, I could just take the Force with Grief, right? I guess this doesn't play around them having force and endurance, right? Max BM took the living end off the grief and took no cards off the Atraxa. What about non-humanly possible? I don't know, man. Yeah, so end step plays around force but not endurance, and if they have force and endurance, there's nothing I can do anyways, right? But I mean, if they had endurance, they would have living end held priority and then went for endurance, right? Although that's not necessarily true because their graveyard probably can overpower Atraxa regardless. So they don't even necessarily have to endurance there, right? Bowmaster is funny against them. The problem is, we're on the draw. It is like if you cast it on turn 2 into a couple of cards in their graveyard and then they cast Living End, it's not very good. And some of their cards don't even cycle. Like they don't draw cards. The Land Cyclers, Waker of Waves, like those don't even draw cards. So those don't even trigger Bowmasters. So like it is good in some spots, just kind of awkward sometimes. I think if they had it, they'd definitely do it. Probably, yeah. I think it was safe to say they didn't have the endurance there. But I think even with the Atraxa lifelink and a blocker, I think they still had lethal that turn. I didn't do the math, but yeah, let me know, Bajan. I saw your DM. I'll get back to you after the stream tonight, and we can discuss. I will definitely get back to you, though. Well, if I attack with Trax, they just double block, right? Thanks, Bajan. Take it easy, bunny. This hand's bad, right? Yeah, this hand's terrible, I think. Too slow. This hand has Chalice and no lands. I mean, it does have Grief into Chalice. I think I'm keeping this hand. I think I'm actually keeping this hand. It's obviously a disaster if they have Grief, but we could even Grief their Force and then play Chalice. You ever discard Griselbrand hand size with the first hand? Maybe. You could. I think I pitch Bowmaster or Atraxa. I actually don't know. I think it's Atraxa. Because only on, with no lands, the second I find a second land, the Bowmaster can kind of clock them. I'm gonna pitch Atraxa. I know I have Fable to discard Atraxa, but if the Chalice stays in play, they can't Living in anyways. Fury and Shardless Outburst. Just take Fury. Alright, your turn. No lands, baby. Okay. Mod check land. Ooh! We are cooking with the gasoline, baby. We are cooking with the gasoline. 3-mana 2/2. Love to see it. So their last card is Outburst. I'm actually not going to fetch now. Because I don't want to thin my deck of drawing a land. It's too easy. It really is just too easy. No. If we were the true MTGO premium subscription, we would have hit the land on the first try. Godless Shrine? Just gonna kill Shardless. Yeah, the problem with Magic is that it's just too easy. It's pretty good too. That's not bad. Hey, you want to cycle? You and find me. Kept the no-lander. Didn't matter. Uh-oh. How do I beat that? Shit. How do I beat a 4/4? Any ideas? Danny K, thank you for the prime. Is this the ideal Grief pitch hand? Yes. This is the exact ideal Grief pitch hand. We just alpha? Why would I alpha? They block the token, right? I guess them blocking the token is okay because I have Ephemerate. Yeah, maybe alpha was fine. Shit. I could go Grief, pitch Atraxa, Ephemerate. It's probably better to attack first, though. No, you're right. Okay, so I think what I do is let damage happen, post-combat Ephemerate, kill the Curator, then I get the extra token, right? And I think I actually want to save the Atraxa in hand in case I draw Solitude. Like, I could grief them, but their hand is Outburst plus X. Maybe it's important to take whatever the other card is. Like, if it's just some random fatty. Yeah, it's probably better to just do this now and take their fatty, I think. Yeah, well. Their other card was a brick. Oh no, that lets them scry. Shit. That lets them scry. No, 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 no. No! Now they get to scry. Damn it. What else are either of those other cards doing, to be honest? Well, keeping the white card means that it's better if I draw Solitude, right? So that's the nice thing about keeping this in hand, is it's better if I draw Solitude. Which, Solitude would be one of my better draws. They kept it on top. Okay. Take 4. What would they keep on top and not play? It's got to be Endurance, right? I mean, I can't really beat Endurance. There's, like, nothing I could do if they drew Endurance, right? We just have to race. Fuck. I meant to silence them upkeep. Okay, I can see if they attack. Oh my god. I'm gonna end of combat silence them. So they can't play a fatty. End of combat, silence you. It's actually better to not upkeep it, because then they don't have the information that I have it, right? They have. I guess it's not lethal. They go to 1. Wait, this is a crazy game. End step Ephemerate Bowmaster and let army grow to 5/5 and upkeep to easily attack. Well, then we don't get to kill the Curator, and I think I lose the race at that point. I think I feel like trading for Curator is better. Is it not? Because if I do that, then I can't attack with the Bowmaster. I attack for 5, then they just crack back for 8. Well, that turn Outburst would not have killed me. I was at, what? I think I was at 13, and they could have dealt me 10 if they did that. How do you pronounce poutine? I believe it's pronounced, shit. What are they doing? What are they thinking about? Take that back or no more subs. I apologize to all Canadians in the chat. The poutine that I've had is terrible, but I think I haven't had good poutine yet. You know what I mean? I've only had bad poutine. We're besieging. Okay. This is going to work out pretty well for me, because now I can get a red source. For Fable next turn. Oh my god, this is like the best possible outcome, right? This is like actually best possible outcome. Because now I get a red source and I don't have to take damage. This could not have worked out better for me, I think. Okay, well, I'm dead to Outburst. Nothing I can do about it. Please don't draw the third Outburst. Please don't draw the third Outburst. No, 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 no. You didn't draw the third Outburst. No, come on. No. Okay, I'm at 1. Pause. Pause, champ. Okay. Oh, I don't have any Bowmasters left. I don't have any Bowmasters left. Fuck. I don't have any Bowmasters left. And they can make a food anyways. God, what a sick game, though. This game was crazy. This game was actually crazy. Good game, good game, good game. I mean, that was the game that we kept the no-lander, right? I kept the no-lander that game, and still almost won. So, I'm just saying. I did, in fact, keep a no-lander. Today. Game does not seem very good. Kinda sus. Okay, this hand's the nuts. Put back Fable, I think. We can go Flooded Strand for a Black Triome on 1. Probably not grief them. And ult the 5. For when your first league with Popper Burn, profiting more than 1 chest feels great. Awesome, Bernie Boy. That's sick, dude. Yeah, we can grief on 2. I don't like cheesy or saucy things. That's not true at all. I'm you know, as a fellow American, I'm a big fan of the sauce and the cheese. I do love me the sauce and the cheese. Are they gonna get Blood Mooned? I hope not. Get Black Triome, right? Yeah, we need black mana. I don't think I need to grief them now. Yeah, we can just do this. If they Voidwalker, I can respond and discard Griselbrand. Nothing. The hell's their hand? Cheese so good. She's so good. Personally, I'd rather have Atraxa, but Griselbrand will have to do. So we can go Goryo's Griselbrand. If they terminate, I can respond, draw 7, and try to find Ephemerate. Yes, yes, yes. She's so good. She's so good. Fry, fry, fry. You want to terminate this? I have a response. Do we go 14 deep is the question. Probably, right? YOLO. Definitely gonna go 7 deep. I mean, I don't want to go 14 deep. What if I just Solitude, pitch Binding, gain 7, and then just, like, be okay with my hand? Go down, then Solitude? I guess if my plan is to Solitude the Griselbrand any... Well, here's the problem, right? So, my issue is, if I go to 3 and find the Ephemerate, then I'm in a spot where I don't want to cast the Solitude because the Griselbrand's staying in play, right? Yeah, I guess we could have griefed first. I didn't think about... I mean, I was hoping that I would just find it in the first 7 and not be in this position. But we can just go down deeper, I guess. And then I could probably just, like, grief their whole hand. Holy shit. Well, what if I find nothing? That's pretty bad. Jesus Christ. Well, alright, I guess we're doing this. What are we pitching? Probably an Atraxa. Just to go to 10. No Ephemerates is kind of gross. No Ephemerates is kind of gross. And then we can go grief, pitch one of my 1,000 Goryos. Take a peek at their hand. Because I don't want to get Blood Mooned, if I can avoid it. I don't care about Fury, so I'll just take grief. And then we just go to end step, discard a bunch of fatties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can discard one more land, I think. 6, 7, probably. There we go. The hand hider was on for some reason. No, that's just our hand. We drew 14 cards. That is just our hand. I think I can beat that card. I think I'm gonna be okay against that one. Yeah, we can just double Goryos. I guess double Goryos is bad because we can't Ephemerate if we do that, so I'll just start with Goryo's Atraxa. I mean, I don't think they can win anymore. I can't imagine a world where they win this game. Surely I'll hit a Ephemerate off this one, right? The fact... I mean, I already bricked on Ephemerate from 14 cards, so... Okay, what do we want to get scam? Good question. Hallowed Moonlight can potentially be good at stopping Undying effects. Through the Breach is good if they board in Leyline. Silence. Oh, I guess you just silence in response to the Elemental. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna bring in this, because we know for a fact they have a bunch of graveyard hate. I don't even know if I want these cards. I think this matchup should be pretty good for us. We can, like, shave a Shadow Prophecy, because it's not great against Blood Moon. You know what I wish we had Wear Tear on our sideboard. I guess the plan against Blood Moon is just Fable, which... it's a fine plan against Blood Moon. I hate that this deck plays Break the Ice over Spreading Seas. Yeah, it seems a little rough on the mana for black. What's up, JS? Are you playing some Timeless tonight? Yeah, that deck's sick. This hand looks good. I think it looks okay, right? This hand's weird. What's the name of the white-red looting card? Thrilling Discovery. I'm not getting scammed. Yeah, that deck is sick, JS. I think JS posted the list in Discord, like, last week sometime. Because I remember looking at it for a little bit. It took grief. I'm going to lead on flats. Leading flats is better if I draw another basic, or another fetch, because I might just want to fetch 2 basics before they can Blood Moon me. Besley snipes with the song request. Why does this not... Every time... It should be opening on Spotify, and I don't know why it's not. Let's go to Spotify. Dance. In the queue. Not going to fetch here. Again, I want to wait to see if I draw another fetch land. Okay, which basic do we want the most against Blood Moon? I think Plains, right? Because if I go Watery Grave Plains, then I have Plains for Binding. Yeah. I think Plains is the best. I guess, like, this leaves me the option of getting either one, but yeah, I'm gonna get Plains here. It's always weird in the Bowmaster mirrors, like, do you play yours first? Because they might have theirs in hand and just chose not to play it, knowing that I have mine in hand. Swamp lets me Prophecy. Yeah, but it's only Prophecy for 2. I'm closer to casting the Blood Moon, I think. Or I'm closer to casting Binding. Right, yeah. The fact that I have Binding for Blood Moon. And I'm only one more land away from casting the Binding. It's actually a really sick draw. A sick draw if they have their own Bowmasters, because they're just going to fire theirs off. It's the best plane's not close. Best plane's not actually close to being close. I wish I had these in paper. The Dominaria versions can't be that expensive. I don't think they are. Just going to go to attacks first. I might try to scam them this turn. Okay, get owned. Get actually owned. Maybe they have Bolt. And they don't have black mana, so they can't even cast, like, a Feign Death. Do I want to grief them is the question. Griefing them is pretty good if they have Fury in hand. I really don't want them to cast Fury next turn. I'm going to pitch the Atraxa. I'm too good at this game. I'm so smart. Before they just draw out the Fury anyways. Might as well Ephemerate the Bowmaster. It's like the same amount of damage this turn. Losing out on a damage, but I get 2 more back. Which is better. Oh, I mean, obviously. Obviously draw best possible. Yeah, it's 1 more damage. Obviously draw best possible. How did Merfolk do? Merfolk did not do very well. 2-3 JS. We played against a lot of bad matchups. I think that was part of it, but I think I'm actually going to elect to not cast the Binding here. Definitely not casting it now. I'm just going to beat them with what I have in play. 2 cards into my hand, the rest into my graveyard. Alright. Attack. Yeah, that's the thing about Merfolk. I'm not convinced that Merfolk actually has good matchups. How many times did we play Scam? We actually didn't play Scam at all in the Merfolk League. We played against Shadow, which was a bad matchup. Amulet, bad matchup. What else did we play against that league? Those were... Well, we beat Amulet. What were our other 2 losses? I can't remember. Is it even worth casting a Binding here? I guess. Oh yeah, we lost to Scales. So we lost to Scales, we lost to Grixis Shadow, we beat Blue-Black Control, and we beat Titan. What was the last deck? Oh no, I should have kept the Griselbrand. I forgot that I boarded that card in. I guess I could have threw the Breach Grief. Terminate my 3-3. Okay. Oh, we didn't play against Rhinos. Maybe it was Living In, I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch the VOD. It'll be up on YouTube next week. Oh, Burn, yeah, which is another bad matchup for Merfolk. So Burn bad matchup, Tron bad matchup, Shadow bad matchup, Scales bad matchup, and then the blue-black deck, which... The blue-black deck, in theory, would be bad. Like, would be a bad matchup if the blue-black deck wasn't so bad. I don't want to cast the Binding here. I'm just not going to cast the Binding. That's pretty good. Why not Breach the Grief? Because, like, if they have Bolt, it's pretty bad, right? And saving Breach is good if I just draw Atraxa. Nice mana base, by the way. I got an Indulgence plus Goryos. It's hard to mold these hands. I know that I can't cast the Fable, but I think this hand's still fine. Drawn. Alright, question is, do I grief this turn? I really don't want to, because I have to pitch either of these. How do I like this deck compared to the Archaeologist version? I kind of like Archaeologist more. It just feels like it smooths out your draws a lot more, and you have more stuff to do with Ephemerate early when you don't draw Grief. Waiting a turn is bad if they have Sylvan Scrying, though. I think I am going to wait a turn, though. Waiting is better if I draw Ephemerate. And I can always just go, like, Indulgence, discard Fatty, find a different black card to pitch. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to Indulgence first. And then if I don't draw a Fatty, I can just discard, I can just pitch Goryos. Still don't have red mana, by the way. So discard Triumph, Fable. No, I just discard 2 lands, right? And then go Grief pitch Goryos. Do I have to grief them? They mold, right? They mold the 6. Oh man, I don't know. Oh right, it's only discard 1 card. What am I saying? I don't know, man. I feel like I kind of have to grief here. I hate it, but I think I have to. Well, their hand is not great. Take scrying, maybe? I think I like that. It's like, wait, you're gonna dismember this? I mean, they wanted to pause in case I had the Ephemerate, but I was tapped out, so it didn't matter. Imagine if they still dismembered it, though. They just have, like, PTSD from getting scammed so much that they just dismember it every single time. Alright, we found red mana. But they have Tron. I think we are dead. I think we have lost. So they played Forest last turn, got Tower. So they have Stirring Stone, Dismember X. Dude, my back hurts so much. I don't know. It's like slept on it wrong, pulled a muscle. Ugh. Is it down to 1? Revealed Chromatic Spur. Yeah, too much gaming. I would love one. I don't think we can do that through the internet, though. Alright, Talisman, Shaketron. What are they tapping 5 for? Dismember plus Stone. So their last card is Chromatic Spur. Sure that I have time for the second Fable. It's also just like horrendous into the O-Stone. Sphere's gone. Oh, right, they cycled the Sphere, yeah. I'm not even sure that gets me out of this. I think I want to go Prophecy for 4. Hope that I can put Fatty in the graveyard, find a black card, Grief Ephemerate them. Just like, again, not even good into the O-Stone. I don't know what my plan is if I'm not doing that. So I guess I'm up a Fable. And I kind of have to do this just to force the O-Stone, you know? Because if I don't like put pressure on the O-Stone, they just get to keep it in play forever. So I know that this is like not great, but it at least might get them to O-Stone. Maybe. Yeah, it's time for a better mattress. Mismatching Tron lands, mismatching Chromatic Spheres. Must be a Mana Trader's account. Flicker the reflection next turn to maximize card scene. We cannot flicker the reflection because Ephemerate's upkeep. Or did you not want to cast the Ephemerate? I'm gonna cast this. If they had any spell, they would have cast it already, right? Yeah, we're the scam deck now. I'd rather be the scammer than the scammy, you know? But yeah, it's gross. Like, I can't play anything else into the O-Stone. It's so gross. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Fable and force it? I mean, this kind of forces their hand, right? They can't let me, like, have Reflection Grief going. So I think this is going to force their hand. I would have to imagine this is good enough for them to pop it. Yeah, they can't let me draw Step Grief every turn, I agree. This should get the O-Stone. Oh, okay. Well, fuck me, I guess. Binding would be nice, because then I can go Binding into Fable. Alright. Chat, do not pog. Just need our Tron opponent to brick for... Why would you sack here? You can draw Boseiju. I don't know why they would sacrifice there. That was pretty bad, I think. Alright, we just need them to brick on any payoff for like 3 turns. Yeah, do they even draw good cards? Okay, I can beat that. That's not technically a brick, but I can beat it. I'm discarding both here just to try and find Goryos. Yeah, that's like worst possible. Okay, that's not very good. They only have to draw 1 good card. They're just passing. Goryos? Maybe. That could be anything. Can Ephemerate the reflection at some point. Not now, though. Let's do this first. Oh, right. I forgot that this has an additional line of text. I thought I was discarding a card. Well, in that case, I can like grief scam them, but what's the point? Wasn't Solitude mega good? Not as good as Goryo's Vengeance. Like maybe it was too greedy to discard the Solitude there, but I really wanted to try and find Goryo's. Okay, they're at 10. I'm trying to think of what I commit here. I could just hardcast Grief. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Hardcast Grief, draw step Ephemerate. It's kind of where my head's at too. Nothing. Yeah, we're just playing Goat Control. It's just I don't think the Solitude clocks them fast enough is the problem. Like, yeah, maybe it's too greedy to discard it there, but I don't think it presents that fast of a clock. Alright, they keep bricking. I don't know how they're bricking this badly, but they are. This game is still winnable. Still technically winnable. Still technically winnable. No blocks. Technically winnable. So I think what I want to do is Reflection, copy Grief, and then blink the Reflection, right? Or actually, no. I can just keep draw stepping them. Wait, I have them locked, right? I just Binding Ring and then draw step them. They have protection too. Yeah, good point. So I guess I just won't cast this. I mean, I guess I'll put it in my graveyard. Sure. But yeah, now we can just keep draw stepping them. We can kill the ring. And nice thing is they fucked up too. I could attack here. So here's the problem with attacking, right? They're gonna block and force me to act first, but if I just don't attack and pass, then I can kill the ring. I think it's not worth the treasure. Maybe it is with the Atraxa in hand, though. Okay. Alright, draw step. I mean, they have... this version has Dismember, so... I don't know how I won that game. Jesus Christ. That was unreal. I do not know how I won that game, chat. Boy. I mean, I think my opponent made a couple small sequencing errors, but I don't know if it would have mattered. They just bricked off so poorly. Yeah, they drew a lot of lands. So I guess we can cut the Solitudes. I don't want anything else besides the Moon and the Breaks, right? Nothing else is good. You could argue that Flusterstorm can counter Scrying or Ancient Stirrings, but I'm not a big fan. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna have to run some ads after this game, but I want to keep making it so it's in between games. I don't want to disturb the flow of the stream by running ads. For people who watch ads, do you prefer would you prefer 1 minute ads after every match or a 3-minute ad break in between 2 or 3 matches? I feel like it's better to just run them all at once, like in between games. Yeah, well, I think one long one is better. 70-hour ad break while I'm not watching, based. Minutes is the minimum that Twitch has you run in order to get the better ad split. If I run anything less than 3 minutes, I get a worse split. It used to be 2 minutes, but they upped it because Twitch is greedy as fuck. No, I requested it. I kept 7. I mean, this hand has lands and spells, but I don't think it ever beats Tron. Okay, I guess. This has to get Blood Crypt. No, I don't have to play Alpine Moon on 1, right? Just put this back. Can we have ads the whole time? No. The answer to that question is no. We cannot have ads the entire time. 24/7 ad stream. Are you asking people about ads while they're watching ads? No, I haven't run an ad break yet. I'm running a little bit late on this ad break because I'm waiting until this match is over. Yeah, it's one thing that I haven't really been paying attention to in the past, but I think it really will improve the overall stream experience. Nice second Urza's Mine, by the way. Now I could just Bowmasters here, right? I think you shouldn't talk about it, shouldn't announce it, and just make it run automatic 1 to 2 minute ads every 30 minutes or so. Just never mention it, based. So they got Besage you off Stirrings. I know, my chat is normally very good about not, like... You know, I tell people to not complain about ads. Chat's normally not, you know, very... And that's even when, like, I, you know, had the automatic ad scheduler on. And honestly, the automatic ad scheduler kind of sucks because they just run it at random times. And I think scheduling your own ad breaks is a lot better for the viewer experience. You should run ads when you know you're about to lose. True. Probably should have done this while I was tapped out, but I don't have the Ephemerate. Still don't have to cast the Alpine Moon yet. We know they have these two in hand. Gonna Karn me? Oh, that's bad. Unfortunately, I don't have a Binding in hand. I think I'm gonna get rid of Indulgence, Fable. That helps. Attack to get the treasure, 5 mana, which means I can go Binding, hold up Prophecy. Oh, wait, do I? Because we know they have Boseiju. I guess it's fine. They don't get protection if I do this again. I'm wondering if I should just, like, gamble on not playing Alpine Moon this turn. I probably shouldn't gamble, right? Alright, fine, I'll cast it. Urza's Tower. Name the one they don't have in play. And I think I'm not going to cast the Indulgence quite yet. I think it's probably good to do it now. Oh, they just have a second ring. Also bad. Also not great for me. Alright, well, I'm not going to cast the Indulgence here. You still know they have Boseiju, which they are choosing to not play. Makes sense. I'm gonna Prophecy first, I think. Okay, that helps. So we'll take Break the Ice, Flats, go Combat, make a Treasure, then we can Break the Ice, the Power Plant. I guess I should probably Indulgence first, in case I draw Binding, because I might rather cast Binding. Just hard cast this, right? 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Can overload? Oh. Oh my god, I forgot this thing has overload. Wait, you're right. I forgot this thing overloaded. The first time this has ever happened in the history of Magic. Has anybody ever overloaded a Break the Ice? They also have Boseiju for the Alpine Moon. Yeah, in Commander. Let's play Hugin. I think the Handshake list had one, right? If I remember correctly. This song is really good, Ashiok. Play another mine. I mean, even if they play Tower this turn, it's not that bad. We have the Alpine Moon. They're going to crack map and get a Tower. Love to see it. And the Handshake list does have one Warping Whale, I think. It's good enough to add it to the playlist, I think. I'll add it to the playlist. Although, I haven't been listening to the stream playlist recently. I've been listening more to a different playlist. Tap out for, like, O-Stone or something. Best Break the Ice in the history of Break the Ices. I guess I'll go to Combat first. What's up, Shane? Shane, you might have to look away. I'm about to overload Break the Ice against Tron. You're probably not happy about that. Does Break the Ice still kill the tower? I actually don't know if it does. We're gonna find out. I mean, if they have Warping Wheel, they have Warping Wheel. I can't play around it. That's not true. I guess I can Indulgence first to try and find a Grief. Because I still have 6 mana. I'm so smart. I probably should have attacked the Reflection that turn. God, show me the Warping Whale. I think I take Stone over Ring. Trying to get to you. Because they just have so many ring access anyways. Overload, baby. Overload. I'm under the impression the tower is not going to die. Did you ever run into Mill with Emrakul main deck? I just stayed and told them stop bullying me. Yeah, tower didn't die. First time they milled me. Classic Magus. Oh man, the no Fable attack is going to punish me, I think. Why didn't they play Karn with all their mana? Well, they were under Alpine Moon last turn. Oh, you're chatting. Okay, I see. You do be chatting. You do be chatting. Like wins the match. Cool. Let's play round 4, shall we? Out with this hand. I don't have black mana. Yeah, the mana base in this deck is something else. This hand's pretty good if I draw a land, though. Keep this, try to draw a land, or roll to 5. They kept 7. I mean, we ball, right? We do ball. Yeah, watch me draw planes. Or I guess Raugrin Triome wouldn't do it either. Or Tron, or Amulet. Oh, how about none of the above? You didn't get any ads? Probably because you have fucking ad blocker. How does added emote work? If you go to 7TV, was it 7TV.com? Or they have a different domain. 7TV.app. And you can do some searching, and once you find the link to an emote that you want to add, pop the link in chat and we'll add the emote. Good East. Ideally through 7TV, because I no longer have better TTV enabled. I'm trying to think if I should prophecy now. If I grief, will I grief them? Probably, right? Perfect, right? So we can take grief, prophecy, ban Atraxa. Maybe I should take the land. Probably find a land off the Ephemerate next turn. Off the Atraxa. So I think I'm going to take these two. And then we can grief pitch the extra Goryos. Well, I wanted to keep them off Yawgmoth, but I guess that's not possible. Probably take Evolution in case they have main deck Endurance. Considering I can't keep them off Yawgmoth. You don't have a land in hand. Never mind. Ephem their halfling on upkeep to deny them a mana. Do you know what Ephemerate does? When's the last time that you read the text of Ephemerate, Ari? Yeah, did you read it? Well, read it again, and then read it again, and then tell me, and then come back to me. Well, no, I'm gonna start bullying you for being a troll. It works that way in paper. Well, here's the thing: if you have Japanese archive Strixhaven Ephemerates, or whatever like fancy version there is, nobody actually knows that whether it's an Ephemerate or a Swords to Plowshares. So if you just like cast your Japanese Strixhaven Ephemerate and target their creature, you can just say, "Oh, this is actually Swords to Plowshares." Like, look at this. There is no way to know that this is not a Swords to Plowshares. Like, if you didn't know what this card was and I showed it to you, you would have no idea. Like, you could not tell me this is Ephemerate if you didn't know what the card was. Yeah, it's Path to Exile. Alright, I'll cast this card. I was playing versus Breach in Modern and said, "Show me the win gun." They flashed the unrecognizable art. Could be anything, Ari. Could be literally anything. Okay, that's like best possible, right? Creature, instant, land, enchantment. Creature, for sure. Enchantment, instant? It's the only instant, right? I don't want to take Indulgence. Or then land. Done. I think I go to combat first and attack Grist. We kind of need to find a second Ephemerate, though. Yeah, we need a second Ephemerate. Because I want to Ephemerate the Atraxa, and I want to Ephemerate the Solitude. I guess we don't have to Ephemerate the Solitude, but I'm going to go combat, kill Grist, post-combat, Ephemerate this, try to find another Ephemerate. That's the plan here. I'm just going to sack everything? What was the point of that? I don't understand the point of that. I thought they were going to at least sack this to keep the Grist around. Why did they do that? Wasn't that pointless? Alright, did not find another Ephemerate. So we still know they have, what, these three in hand? It's been pretty good so far, Da Vinci. Enchantment, and I already have another Atraxa, I'll just take Griselbrand. And then we go Solitude, pitch. I guess we pitch Atraxa. Song requested is hard. How hard is it, though? That's what she said. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. What am I pitching here? I think I want to keep the binding. Let's pitch Atraxa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get too far from. You lost all your points on Gib. I can't request songs. Feels bad, man. I think I want to get the Abzan Triome, so my binding costs 1 next turn. All right, good luck. Good luck. I mean, they can cast a Yawgmoth, but it doesn't do anything, right? And then the goose. The goose is loose. Wow, DFab requesting a song for Tandy. Tandy, what would you like to listen to? Pick a song, any song. Is it better to attack or Ephemerate? Probably better to Ephemerate. Tandy. Land instant creature enchantment. Creature. Still no Ephemerate. Jesus Christ. That means I have 3 Ephemerates in the bottom, 25 cards of my library. It doesn't really matter. I can't lose this game, I think. I don't think it matters at all. This song goes hard. Okay, we know they have Yawgmoth. How much of their mana do I go for here? Probably none, right? I can't really keep them off Yawgmoth mana. I'd have to kill 4 mana dorks, which I currently only have the ability to kill 3, so I think that's kind of off the table. So maybe we just go Fable and hold up double binding plus Solitude. Again, I don't really think it matters. Only 2 dorks produce black. Halfling Goose. Yeah, but if I spew the bindings and they just draw a black source, it's kind of bad for me, you know what I mean? I don't think I want to do that. Again, I feel like if I just hold up all my stuff, then I don't know how they get out of this. You can also, Goryo's Griselbrand to find more white cards. I guess then I wouldn't be able to double binding, but I think doing it this way is fine. I could go after Young Wolf, actually. Is that bad? I actually don't hate that, right? Yeah, I think I like that. Lose this one by decking. That's probably the only way I lose this game, right? Alright, Binding resolves, and then Yawgmoth resolves. And then we can just kind of play Stare versus Stare for a little bit. If they just pass, I'm going to untap and not use the Binding end of turn. It only costs 1 mana. Just wait a little bit. Chat, I don't know if you noticed this, but we got over the 600 sub mark, and we are getting dangerously close. Dangerously close to that little sub goal right there. Do I Binding now? I think so, right? What's the punishment for Binding now? Yeah, Fleck was the 600th. Let it be known. I should have floated green before second wall. I don't know why they didn't do that. Unless, did they already use the walls? They might have. Okay. I mean, they're putting up the good fight, but I don't really think they can ever get out of this. What? What are we doing here, you know? Alright, I have an Atraxa, you have no permanence. You might have another Yawgmoth. It's not even close to good enough. Ah, yes. I'm actually just going to take a draw step, because I want to find a white card to pitch, I think. I also don't even care about the Shieldred, to be completely honest with you. Oh, I have the Fable. Okay, I guess I care about the Shieldred. I forgot I had Fable. I should activate Griselbrand. You sure about that? I'm just trying to click buttons. I know this game's over. We're in garbage time, but I'm just trying to get it actually over. Yeah, that's the other way to lose. Just forgore about Shieldred and activate Griselbrand. Oh shit, did Tandy give me a song request or no? Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, Tandy. DFAB redeemed a song request for you, so whatever you want, just hit me. Oh, they played an Urborg, so now I don't even have to fetch. Ease this pain. We'll cast a Grief. What say you? I would like to cast the Grief card. I get a corner response. Alright, song request from Fleece. Todd still has not given me a song request. Is it worth adding info? I mean, I mean, they could play this game out. I don't really think it's possible for us to lose. Alright, Gordic Galling resolves. Yep, you got it. X equals 2. We get a Bowmaster. We are going to get a Bowmaster. Alright, I'm at 20. I accept. That one probably would have been good a few turns ago, opponent. Just saying. Auction off Todd's request to the highest bidder. Perhaps. Now you want me to activate Griselbrand. No, I'm good. No, I don't want to concede. I want to undo. I want to undo. I'm just taking random game actions, so maybe they'll scoop. Pepega phone. The game is over. Pepega phone. Pepega phone. Garbage time. I did almost concede, yeah. Garbage time. I mean, I like playing garbage time. I'm a big fan. Yeah, misclick the concede button. I would like to bid all my points. Well, I don't. Todd was here. Todd put a message in chat like not even 5 minutes ago. Any Pro Tour lists you're a fan of that may have went under the radar? I actually think Bobby Graves' deck looks sick. That's the Bobby Graves is playing the what you call it, Thopter Sword deck. That list looks clean. Kind of want to try it out. I'll probably try it out at some point. Oh no, they drew Grist. I can't win. I'm turning this one up, by the way. I enabled jammies too. Chat spam jammies. Yeah, they're gonna kill our Atraxa. No, not my Atraxa. How will I win if you kill my Atraxa? Why are we still playing this game? Okay, cast Grist, tank for 30 seconds, concede. Okay. I mean, that's one way. Alright, what do we want against the Yogchamp? I think Breach is good. They have a lot of graveyard hate. They have like a stack of endurances. This one's pretty good against Cord. Is that it? Probably it, right? Don't have any bad cards against them. Can like trim on Prophecy, trim on Fable. Fable's a little sketchy against Bowmaster. Script like this. You missed it, Fleck. We overloaded Break the Ace against Drawn. It was really good when I did the thing. we just overloaded Break the Ice. It was great. Yeah. Go back and watch the clip. It was good. I'm surprised nobody clipped it. Yeah. No clipperino. Well, you can actually go back if you click on the VOD, you can go back and clip the VOD. I don't know if anybody knew that, but if you're watching a VOD, you can still clip VODs. Sounds like you're not playing video games, yeah. Absolutely not. Sure, I guess we can put back Hallowed Fountain. We can go Raugrin Triome into Godless Shrine. This hand's good. It just needs to find like a. It needs to find either Ephemerate, Solitude, or Ephemerate or Goryos. That's what this hand needs. Yeah, there's Mutate on Moto. People just don't play it that much. CFT Sock actually 5-0'd not too long ago with like a mutate deck with Slippery Boggle. What was the infinite combo? It was like Lord Drakis. There's like a 3-mana red card that makes mana. What's the red card called? Vadrock, Lord Drakis. No, it wasn't Double Major. Open the Omen Paths. Yeah, open the Omen Paths. That's what it was. Don't Shadow Doubt me, please. I'm too fragile to get Shadow Doubted. That was a good draw. So if they cast Bowmaster, I'll respond with Tainted Indulgence. The worst card in KLD Limited. Yeah. That's always the cards that set up infinite combos, right? It's always like the worst card in its respective limited format that just happens to set up some busted combo. They should have main phased this, by the way. I think. If I draw a land, that's nuts, because then I can go Grief, Ephemerate, and Bowmaster. Drawing a land would be sick here. They chose not to attack, so they have Cord. And please? This might be a stupid question. If my opponent Cords for 3, and I Hallowed Moonlight, can they Grist? If a creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. I don't know how that works. Yeah, I don't think it's a creature when it's entering the battlefield, right? Well, it's a creature when it's not in play, but like when it's entering the battlefield, it operates the same as Grafdigger's Cage. I think it might, Rachel. Yeah, time to do science. What are they gonna group? What are they gonna ephemerate for? Or what are they gonna cord for? I think I might just grief here. Let's grief. You trust me, no Kappa. I think you're right, Rachel. I think it. I think it would still enter the battlefield. Yeah, I'm gonna grief first and see what's going on. Grist is not a creature entering the battlefield. These cards look at how they would exist in the battlefield. Right? Yeah. Okay. So I have to let this go because if their plan was to get endurance, it's good. But if I cast this, they just get Grist, which is arguably better anyway. So I think I'd rather have them get endurance. Yeah, I think this is honestly better for me. I know it looks weird, but I think it's better for me. And I think I'm going to draw step the other Ephemerate, just in case they draw Grist. And then, oh, you know what's really sick? I can upkeep, respond to the Ephemerates, and cast Bowmasters. So this is still going to go pretty well for me. Unless they drew, like, exactly Cord here. That's worst case scenario. Okay, we win. We win. You don't need an upkeep stop. Because it puts the triggers on the stack for you. You don't need to put a stop. So I'm going to get 3 triggers, so I guess I'll just do these 3. Think we have an emergency. Pew, 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 pew. Archering, archering. Might as well attack, right? Just take 3 from the endurance. Zipping, zipping. I'm a Rita pilled where I don't trust it but give it priority. Yeah, and a Rita wouldn't, for sure. A Rita would just, like, skip right through it. This might be the world's most aggressive Leyline Binding, but YOLO. This might be, like, unnecessarily aggressive. It's good if I can draw a Black Saurus. Because then I can go... I guess it doesn't change the clock if I draw a Black Saurus. It's kind of bad if they drew that card. Moonshield, thank you for the 10 months. It's kind of bad into them drawing that card. And I guess we just ignore Grist? Probably? Miss Merfolk. We went 2 and 3. We played against a lot of bad matchups, though. Illegal blocker detected. Deal. Kind of down with that trade. I mean, they don't know about the Fable, but I think that trade's good for me. I think they're supposed to keep the wolf in play and just chump the 3/3. I mean, I don't know. It's not great either way. Why are they main phasing this? What is the point of main phasing this? I don't get it. They could have, like, ambushed me in combat with it. Meridorn, thank you for the Switch Prime. Yeah, I don't know why they main phased that. I think I realized why they main phased that. I think I now realize why they main phased it. Funny thing is, it doesn't matter in the slightest. Actually, it kind of does. I guess just no attacks this turn. 5 creatures. This is kind of sketch. This is a little sketchy. I mean, if I'm going to fire off the Indulgence, I should main phase it in case they draw Bowmaster. Yeah, I think I cannot attack, but I want to main phase the Indulgence in case they draw Bowmaster. I should have discarded this and not Swamp, I guess. We're actually kind of in a bad spot now. Weirdly enough. You do attacks so you can pick off the tokens so they can't Grist your Bowmaster. I mean, why would attack... Oh, you're saying trade the Grief for the token? Well, then they can just sack the Endurance to kill the Bowmaster, right? Like, if they want to kill the Bowmaster, they're going to kill the Bowmaster regardless. Okay, flip Fable. Grist is on 6, and they have 6 creature cards. Yeah, I think we just have to chill for a little bit. I think we have to chill. I mean, I guess I could attack with Grieve. I just trade for 2 tokens, though. It's not great. I'm going to hold the land to discard to Fable, too. I mean, thankfully they keep bricking. They haven't drawn a relevant card in a while. It's a weird game. All right, now they're killing a creature, which means I guess they're killing the reflection. They have to. Yeah. Better for me, because now they can't ult the Grist. Now that they've ticked it to 4. This attack is horrendous. Right? This attack seemed awful. Had it, by the way. So let's go. I almost want to bait them into. If I send everything, you think they double block the Grief? No, they probably just put Fable here. Alright, let's do this. I'm just going to play this as safe as possible. I'm going to kill the token. Because I think... Do I even need to pressure Grist? No, I don't think so. I'm just going to play another Grief. Like, the Grist is on 4. It's not threatening lethal. It doesn't matter. Like, the Grist... I don't think the Grist matters. I'd rather just, like, put them to 3 and then present 2 lethal attackers. Which they can't get out of because they both have Menace, right? I think this is better. I guess swinging all at them is fine. Because, like, worst case, they block the Bowmaster. You want to crack the Peatland? You sure about that? You sure about that, buddy? You sure about that? Yeah, I guess maybe the Bowmaster attack was free. It doesn't really change the clock. Alright, cool. Yeah, we lost round 1 to Menino, and then haven't lost a game since. That was pretty sick. Alright, 4-1 prediction. I think I like the Archaeologist better than the main deck Bowmasters, but it's close. What's the plan versus Blood Moon? You have 4 Binding, 4 Fable. I mean, this hand is, like, kind of everything, with the exception of second land. I mean, I'm on 6. I think I have to keep it. I think it's better than 5. Is it not? Pretty sure this is better than going to 5. This matchup again. We have a Geralf's Messenger Enjoyer. Why the hell did they keep this hand? Good God. Yeah, we were playing Ring 2. Some other small differences. We had Kroxa and Kunaros over Griselbrand. I'm going to take Wall Yawgmoth. I think. I just don't care about Messenger. Yeah, I don't know why they kept that hand. Must have been a misclick. Yeah, we have Through the Breach against Blood Moon, too. I almost don't even want to cast the Ephemerate, because their hand is so bad. Alright, I guess I'll take one of your 3 Geists. Draw step this one. So now we take Horde, they play Geist, then take Geist. Yeah, they're gonna go land Geist. Then we just take the last Geist. We could still lose this game to, like, Geist Messenger beatdowns. But I think it's still better to take Geist. Oh, that's not blue mana. If they draw a land here and slam Messenger, it could be kind of sketch. Blue source. I mean, sure, I guess. I guess that's fine. Sure. Alright, I mean, whatever. The 3rd Ephemerate gets him. Oh, fuck, they drew a land. Oh, no, 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 no! It has to be Grist, right? I think it has to be Grist. Yeah, we can find Solitude. Or we can, like, you know, just draw a blue source and then curve that into finding another, like, a way to reanimate this. Why did we take Cord? Over the Messenger. Yeah, we could have left him stranded with a Messenger, with a Cord in hand, I guess. Maybe that was a punt. Yeah, actually not. You might be right. Maybe I'm supposed to take Messenger over Chord that one turn. So they can Chord for Dryad. I mean, that's like kind of fine if they Chord for Dryad, right? Like I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah. Never drew a lead. That was a game of all time, I'll tell you that much. Their keep might have been worse than my keep. Ending sleep. What did we board in last time? Through the Breach, because they have a bunch of endurances. We went Fable, Prophecy, Griselbrand. I think that makes sense. Yeah, their keep was definitely worse. Yeah, they might just think I'm some kind of like black-white scam deck. Although I did pitch Indulgence, so they kind of have an idea of what's going on. I don't have black mana. Oh, but I have Grief Ephemerate. Yeah, this hand's broken. Actually, is it? It's really awkward as to what we pitch with this Grief. You know what? This is gonna sound weird. I actually don't think we Grief on one. I think the better line is to go Fountain tapped pass. If we rip a black source, we can just go Indulgence into Goryo's and then decide, you know what I mean? Pitch Goryo. I mean, it's really awkward to pitch Goryo when I have Indulgence, Goryo, or Atraxa, right? Because, like, if I just draw a black source, like, imagine a situation where I go pitch Goryo, draw a black source, my hand just, like, doesn't go anywhere. I think I'm gonna wait a turn. I think waiting a turn's good. Because, like, I guess the argument behind doing it now is you would want to take like their mana dorks, but I'd much rather take their payoffs with Grief anyways. Um, Although now that I've drawn the second Ephemerate, I probably do it now, and I think just pitch Atraxa. Fatal push up. Well, we can always just take push with the Grief, right? We even have a second Ephemerate. Oh my god, are they gonna have Veil of Summer? Oh my god, I'm getting veiled. I should have draw stepped the other one. I was just too tilted. Yeah, that was definitely the punish, huh? Okay, resolves. It's fine. We can just like we can still just get rid of their entire hand. They have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone. Get it all out of here. Your entire hand is gone. Nice fail. It's technically a black source. Technically a black source. What was their draw step? They should attack. I don't think I'm gonna block. They played Catacombs. What's up, Elfie? Let's do this now, because we can spike Atraxa. Bird. I guess this is kind of the downside to playing Indulgence over Mending. This would be a much better spot where I'd really want to flashback the Mending here. Really, we're double blocking? Doesn't that make Chord like an unplayable top deck? I guess they can still Chord for 2. So they have to probably take Grief here? That block seemed kind of sus. Like, what if you draw Chord there? I mean, it is nice to get the Grief off the battlefield, but... Alright, what's our best draw here? Not even Fable, because we don't have red mana. I guess just, like, another Grief, but we only have 2 left. Another Mending. Or Indulgence, rather. It's good because they played the Boseiju for some reason. I'm not going to cast it yet, but I'm just going to hold on to it. Not really sure why they played that. Okay. Now I guess we can draw Solitude? Solitude, Pitch Binding, Ephemerate, kill these 2. It's not like they have that fast of clocks. So we got plenty of time. Sounds good, JS. Yeah, let me know how it goes. They drew Yawgmoth. Okay, we let that resolve. You have to Binding end of turn, I think. So I want to use my mana. Veerd, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Well, thank you, Bjorn. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun this weekend, even though I had to wake up at 4 a.m. on Sunday. Other than that, I had a lot of fun. Okay. Stare versus Stare. No, this list has no mending. It has 4 Indulgence, no mending. Okay. Yeah, Stare, your turn. Stare, your turn. I'm not going to Binding either of these idiots. Okay, that's red mana in case we draw Fable. You drew another Yawgmoth. Oh, man. Okay, do I Binding the Yawgmoth, or do I Binding the Young Wolf? If I Binding the Yawgmoth, they draw 3. If I Binding the Young Wolf, they get to keep the Yawgmoth in play. This is tough. This is really tough. I agree. I really don't know if I can let them draw 3. My hand's not good. I guess that's a good point. It's like, what's more valuable, 2 random cards or a Yawgmoth? I guess Yawgmoth is more valuable than 2 random cards, right? That's a good way to look at it. Oh, it's also better for us if they if they proactively do it, you know? They might actually go for it too. They might go for it. Second main. So good for us. It's 1 less card. It's 1 less card. Filling is your favorite passion. Okay, so that's gone. That comes back. We have 2 cards. I want to fetch the tapped red source here, in case we draw Fable. Fable would be a nice draw. Really getting punished for playing Indulgence over Mending, huh? Could this deck just play Archon Persist over Atraxa Goryos? You could. I mean, the high upside of Goryos giving haste is pretty important. So it's like it's different. I think if you want to build your deck around Archon Persist, you'd build it slightly differently. But yeah, you could if you wanted to. Kind of close to hardcasting it, I guess. But we're gonna die to the beats before we can hardcast it, most likely. I guess that's not awful. Wow, that's pretty huge. Question is, do I draw step and trade for Young Wolf, or do I block Messenger and... I think I draw step and trade for Young Wolf. And then just go to 4. Hope to draw another Binding, maybe. Grief myself, huh? Can you imagine if this card targeted yourself? It would be... It's already really fucked up, but it would be beyond broken if it could target yourself. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Indulgence would be good. Honestly, even like Bowmaster would be fine to chump block. Oh. Yeah, that works too. I forgot that card was in my deck. I forgot that card was in my deck. Kind of wish I had the Ephemerate back, I guess. Instant creature enchantment lands. We just win because we can just do the thing next turn too. Whew. Crazy game. Man, that was a sick game. I don't think there's any card that they can top deck to kill me. When's the ad break? After this match. What can I convince you to play Garuda combo? I already played it. I played it twice. Oh, and Pioneer? I don't know about doing it in Pioneer. Seems a little sketchy in Pioneer. Only out is Endurance. I have Breach Atraxa in hand. What does Endurance do? Oh, they can chump block. Oh, they can't chump block. Assuming I can find a white card. Goryo's Splice Breach. Oh, fuck, I could have done that, right? I could have went Goryo's Splice Breach. I should have done it for content. Should have done it for content. Didn't have the mana. It's 6. Right? Goryo's Splice. This is 4 to Splice. Oh, I don't have double red, right? I don't have double red. Board for 3. So this just gets Endurance the chump block. So any white card kills them. Because they go up to 7 and take 7. It's been a sick game. I don't think that's the one you wanted to get. Wait, did they just not have Endurance? They didn't go through an endurance that game, right? Did they just not board an endurance against me? Because I don't think they went through a single endurance. That was weird. Sand's not very good, is it? They keep. Yeah, I'm gonna ship this. So this is missing a black card. I think I keep and either put back Fable or Ephemerate. I think I'm putting back Ephemerate. Hope to draw a black card. It might be better to keep double Ephemerate. That's kind of close. But if I draw a land, I think I'd rather have the Fable. Yeah, like in that scenario. Maybe they didn't want to show. Well, I mean, if they had endurance, they weren't dead, right? They had a turn. I guess I could have put back the Moonlight, yeah. Like, Moonlight's only good in this hand if they go for... Moonlight's only good if they go for, like, turn 3 Evolution. Oh, we drew a black card. Do I want to pitch it? Yeah, I think I do. Suffering. Getting veiled again. Cringe. Fine. Go. Veil is so cringe. This card's omega cringe. No, I think in that spot you still have to Ephemerate, because I can Ephemerate the next turn, you know? Triple discard Grieve complains about Veil. Yeah, you know. The average Doomwake things. Okay, well, they don't have Yawgmoth, because they would have played it that turn, I think. I can't imagine them not playing Yawgmoth there, unless they have 2. It's kind of like Yawgmoth. That's probably the best draw in the deck. Especially with me playing Fable this turn. That's why I wanted to take the Chord, by the way. I know I could have hold up Hallowed Moonlight for Chord, but I really wanted to cast Fable that turn. So I didn't want to, like, leave them in a spot where they can, like, main phase Chord or something. Okay. What did they draw? That's awkward. That's awkward. Shit. I could just discard Hallowed Moonlight and try to draw a land. If I could bring one card from Legacy to Modern, any idea what card? Wasteland. I think it's correct to only discard Hallowed Moonlight. It's not horrendous. Could probably attack with both, right? This might be the double block here. Yeah, this is good. Then we can just throw the Breach next turn up the Fable token. Maybe that's worse than just killing a Hierarch anyways. Oh. Oh. That's huge, because now I could trade the Orc Army for this. Or they just attack with this, which is fine. I'll take 4. Untap land to be huge here. I guess it's fine, because I can just breach and combat on their turn. Too easy. Just like the freest game in the world, you know? Just actually the freest game in the world. Instant, creature, enchantment, land. I think it's better to take Grief than Bowmasters, right? Am I griefing them? In order to grief them, I have to pitch the Goryos. And this is going to the graveyard, so I don't know that I want to pitch the Goryos, right? Well, I can also just hardcast Grief next turn, right? How much damage is this? 7, 8, 9, 12, 14. This is lethal. They have to block. Oh, I'm going to have Binding up. Oh, yeah, this game's over, right? We just Binding the Messenger. Oh, they could also just not block and take lethal. Okay, well... I don't know why they just didn't block. I think they had no outs anyways. What's up, True Hero? Yeah, this deck's good. Still not sure that I love... I'm not sure that I like Bowmaster over Archaeologist. I really liked Archaeologist the last time I played this deck. But it's close. I do like the more Fables. Shadow Prophecy is hit or miss. That card's good, but it's expensive. You have to pay life. It's like, especially if you're adding more Fables, you're adding more threes to the deck. So I could see trimming on Prophecy. Like, I kind of want to go cut a Prophecy for a third Solitude, and I want to go one Griselbrand, one Kroxa in Kunaros. I think you get a lot of upside of playing the one Kroxa, especially if you're playing another Solitude, because Kroxa's pretty sick with Solitude. So I think I would make those changes, but everything else is pretty good. Can you show the Archaeologist? Yeah, I can show you. We played a version. I could probably just show you the version that we were playing.